Good morning, students. Today we are going to study another topic in our same chapter, Morphology of Flowering Plants, class 11th, modifications of leaves, and then we are going to study about inflorescence and flower. So this particular topic is basically of flowers. Only one topic was left in our previous lecture, that is modification of leaves, and here we will study about modification of leaves before going to another topic. But first of all, I would like to say you something other than this. Please buy your books, which is very essential. I have come to know that many of you have not bought your books. You can buy your books from the school also. You can go for online. You can buy the books online also. But it is very important to buy the books, because without the books you will not be able to understand what we teach you. So it is very essential to buy the books first. Thank you. Now let us begin with the topic. First of all, I will tell you about modification of leaves. See, we have studied in the previous previous topic about the leaves, parts of leaves. In this particular topic, we will be studying about its modification. See, in certain cases such as pea, tendrils are present, which are very thin structures and which support plants such as peas, PEAS, for its climbing. So naturally, now leaves are the organ which are specially used for, or the main purpose is photosynthesis. But again here you can see the modification. It is used for climbing. It has modified itself for climbing purpose, as in case of pea plant. It has formed tendrils. In certain cases, even the leaves are modified in form of spines. For example, in case of cacti plant, to protect the plant from herbivores, it is acting as a defense organ. Okay. In certain cases such as onion and garlic, the leaves again store food. So leaves have been modified to store food in case of onion and garlic. In case of Australian acacia, the leaves are very small and short-lived. They fall down and petiole expand. You know, petiole is a part of a leaf. Petiole is responsible for holding the leaves. It connects the leaves from the stem. This petiole expands and it becomes green in color. It starts to perform photosynthesis. So here petiole is taking the function of main lamina of the leaf, or you can say the leaf blade of the leaf. Petiole is taking the function. In case of insectivorous plants such as pitcher plant or Venus flytrap, even the leaves are modified. Just have a look at a diagram how the leaves becomes modified. This is leaf base, this is petiole, and here you can see a lid is present over it. You can see the main lamina has been modified into a structure like this, leaf blade or lamina. So here the portion leaf base petiole have been modified. So these are all examples of modifications of leaf. Now let us talk about certain other things. Flower is arranged in a flower is actually a modified shoot. It is present in a floral axis. It is arranged in a floral axis. This arrangement is called as inflorescence. When I say that flower is a modified shoot, that means flower has its origin in the stem. The stem has been modified to form a flower, and you know in angiosperm flowers are very important. It contains the male reproductive organ as well as the female reproductive organ as well as certain other accessory parts which help in reproduction. So inflorescence is the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis is called as inflorescence. Now sometimes the flower can be present at the tip of the stem. There are certain times when flowers are present laterally. So when they are present at the tip of the stem in the apical meristem, they can stop the growth of this stem also for a certain time period. But when they are present laterally, किनारे पे प्रेजेंट होते हैं ऐसे, they would not hinder in the growth of the main stem. So accordingly the inflorescence are of two kinds, racemose and cymose. Let us look at this. If suppose flower is present in the lateral position like this, this type of inflorescence is called as racemose. This type of inflorescence is called as racemose. The main stem continues to grow. The main stem continues to grow and flowers are present on the lateral axis. In an acropetal succession, the flower is present in an acropetal succession. The main stem continues to grow, and this kind of inflorescence is called as racemose. But in certain times you observe that at the tip of the stem the flowers are located, and they flower first also. That is, flowers, this kind of growth is called as basipetal. Here also flower is present, at the tip also the flower is present. The growth of the flower, blooming of the flower takes place on the tip of the stem first, followed by the lateral positions. So this kind of inflorescence is called as cymose type. So here the flower is cymose type and the growth of the stem has been limited by the appearance of flower at the tip. Okay. The flowers are born, here you say that the flowers are born in basipetal manner, basipetal order, or you say basipetal manner. Okay. Now let us talk about flower now. Let us talk about the flower now. The flower. See, as I have already told you, flower is a modified shoot. Shoot gets modified to form a flower. There are 4 holes present in a flower. all having a different function. All these holes, they arise from a swollen pedicel. See, pedicel is a stalk-like structure which is responsible for holding the flower. Pedicel, P-E-D-I-C-E-L, is a stalk-like structure responsible for holding the flower. The tip of the pedicel, if suppose this is a pedicel, this is called as its tip. This will be called as its tip. ये कहलाएगा टिप रीजन. ये स्वॉलन हो जाता है. स्वॉलन होके देखिए किस स्ट्रक्चर में कन्वर्ट हो गया, ऐसे. ये है पेडिसिल. इस स्ट्रक्चर में कन्वर्ट हो गया. दिस पेडिसिल, द स्वॉलन पोर्शन ऑफ द पेडिसिल इज कॉल्ड एज थैलमस और रिसेप्टिकल. इसको हम क्या कहेंगे, थैलमस और रिसेप्टिकल. ये जो थैलमस और रिसेप्टिकल है, दिस इज यूज्ड फॉर होल्डिंग दी holes. Here all the 4 holes arise from the thalamus or the receptacle. Now let us see. This is you see this portion, the outermost portion, you can see this one, this part is actually the sepals, the outermost portion, sepal, or it is called as calyx, C-A-L-Y-X. This is normally green in color. Normally it is green in color. This portion, the main flower, it is called as corolla or petals. Now in the middle portion you see the pistil consisting of stigma, style and ovary. This is the stigma, this is the long style, and the swollen basal portion in the pistil, it is called as the ovary. This is the ovary. Now very near to it, if the flower is bisexual, it will also have stamens consisting of a long stalk-like structure and then anther. This long stalk-like structure is called as filament, and this is called as anther. Together they are called as stamens. So this is the male reproductive portion. So these are stamens containing the anther. Stamens, or you can call it as androecium. So now you see all the 4 holes which arise from the thalamus or the receptacle. This is the sepal, this is the corolla, or you can say petals. The function is to attract insects, or you say pollinating agents. These are colored structures. The most colored and the most visible, or you can say the most conspicuous structures observed in flower. आप किसी फ्लावर को देख कर कहते हैं और ये बहुत सुंदर फ्लावर है, बहुत सुंदर रंग लग रहा है देखकर, बहुत खूबसूरत है, बहुत सुंदर, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है. दैट इज जस्ट ड्यू टू कोरोला, और यू से द पेटल्स. उसी के रंग को, उसी के कलर को आप एडमायर करते हो. So this is responsible for attracting the pollinating agents such as insects. कहीं कहीं पे जो पेटल्स होते हैं वो बहुत कलरफुल होते हैं, मेन वजह यही होती है वो अट्रैक्ट करते हैं इंसेक्ट्स को, पॉलिनेटिंग एजेंट्स को. कहीं कलर्ड नहीं होते, वहाँ पे आमतौर पे विंड पॉलिनेशन होता है. ओके, नाउ यू सी द मेल ऑर्गन और द स्टेमेंस containing the filament and the anther. This at the tip of the filament you see a portion bilobed structure which is called as anther, and inside the anther pollen grains develop, and this in the middle portion you observe a structure which is called as pistil or group of pistil combined together to form a structure which is called as gynoecium. It is actually the female part consisting of stigma, a structure which receives the pollen grain, style, a long structure which is present. Pollen grain when gets deposited on the stigma, it grows and forms a pollen tube. So inside the style this pollen tube is formed, a long structure, and then you observe the basal swollen portion of the pistil. It is called the ovary. The ovary contains the ovule, and inside the ovule embryo sac of female gametophyte is present. Inside the female gametophyte eggs are present. So this is just information about the flower. You see the pedicel at its lower part may contain a leaf-like structure, and if it contains a leaf-like structure it is called as bracteate. If that structure is not present it is called as ebracteate. So this is all about flower. Certain things are left in the flower also. We will be discussing this in our next lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.